everybody, I'm at the bus stop and I have some time, so I thought I would go ahead and finish up on talking about time. Although I am getting a few questions coming in, so those questions, if they're real specific, they will be in the question and answer video that I will do. So in the previous video at the bus stop, I did a video about time, and at first I described what would be the apparent time. So the apparent time is an illusion, but it's what we experience here. So our experience is linear, so that we are born and we live this life, and then at some point we die. Okay, so that is the apparent time that we are experiencing. And even within the story of the apparent time is that story that I described about time all occurring at once, like the past, present, and future all happening at once. That is also part of the story and apparent time. That is what's being discovered through science, and it's also been seen from where I'm sitting. I've seen that, but the reason I describe that, even though it is still within the story, is because as soon as you pull that card out of time, that it's not real, that everything is actually happening at once, even within the story, without knowing anything about non-duality or anything, just knowing that your past, present, and future are all occurring at the same time, and that would just also just pull that card out and everything would fall, showing that there can't be anything happening. Everything's just already as it is. With that realization, it could also be seen that no one is actually doing anything, or maybe it could be thought of as it's already been predetermined, because if all time is already existing at one time, cause and effect and all these things kind of just fall through. So that is why I mentioned that. But now today I will talk about timelessness. So timelessness is what's really seen when you have like a non-dual experience like I had. It was a shift, and now even that is a story within this story, because I'm no one that had any experience. There's no one here. So all of that is not even real. But for sake of talking about it and me being here on camera speaking about this, this is what happened. That I had this apparent shift where certain things were seen for what they clearly were. So one thing that you see as soon as you realize that there's no self, and it's not even that you realize it, it's just some kind of knowing or something that happens. It's like, if I was wearing my sunglasses and this is how I was living my whole life, and then all of a sudden I lift them up and it's like, whoa, okay, this is how it really is. That is what that shift is that I'm describing. Nothing really changed, maybe just the clarity of some things. So in that clarity, it was seen that time is completely an illusion, completely false. It's not real. A lot of things are just not real when there's only one. So there just is the one. Okay, so if it was just one, let's just say this is the one, of course it would be a whole lot bigger. It just, in my mind, is what I'm assuming. It'd be a whole lot bigger because it contains everything. It contains infinity. Everything is here in the one. If there is just the one, there is nothing other than the one, just what's in the one. And the one, what's in the one, is the one. So there is no other to perceive time, motion, or anything happening. So this one is actually nothing, and it can also be everything at once. It's both. And that is what I'm talking about. And with that, literally everything that is here that we're experiencing, me being here and living this life and having these birthdays and moving along in time, is completely fake. It's not real because there just is the one. There is no more years to get to. There's nothing else. It's not moving anywhere. It's just the one. Okay, even if it was just the one, it's not moving in any direction. And if it was, there would be no purpose, no meaning. So all of that falls through. Time has no relevance to just one. So if I was to ask, you know, how old is the world, or how old is the universe, or whatever, that would be in this story that we are perceiving with time. When there's just the one, which is everything and nothing, for me to ask anything about time is kind of like an irrelevant question. It just doesn't make any sense to just one, you know. How would there be time? How would there be anything to get to? And even if there was, why would it matter? It's only one, and who would ask? So it's clearly seen, even when you try to conceptualize it or to, you know, speak about this, that there is no way that there is time. There is only what is happening now. That's it. As far as like I'm concerned, or you know, that we are, it's just what's happening. That's all that's happening. Is whatever's happening is all that there is. So if that makes any sense, or kind of clears up a little bit more about the non-dual side of things. And non-dual is just a word. Everything is already non-dual, or as it is, or everything or nothing. Everything is already just what it is. So there really is no differentiation. I'm just using that word to be able to communicate something with you. Anyway, if you still have questions, because this other part may be confusing if you haven't had maybe a direct experience to it, go ahead and email me those questions, and I'll go ahead and add those onto the question and answer video that I plan to do. Okay, thank you for watching.